Hi friends, welcome to my channel, A Creative Bubble. Hope everyone's geared for the Christmas and New Year. Let's make some last-minute DIY Christmas ornaments not just for your tree but also for decoration around the house. I will list the materials used in the description box below. Okay, so for the first ornament we require a thermocol ball. It's usually easily available in craft and stationery shops. The next thing that we need is a pearl lace. This is really tiny, flat back, half pearls attached to it. You can also use pearl stickers available in stationery shops. We would also need some wire lying around the house. In this case, I'm just using some jewellery wire that I had. We would also need scissors, of course, to cut the lace and some PVA glue. In this case, I'm using Fevicol. Now we're just cutting the lace into tiny pearl strings. It would just make it easier to glue it to the thermocol ball. Now you'll find the equator of the thermocol ball and start applying the PVA glue. Starting from the center of the ball and then outwards, we'll start attaching the pearl strings onto the glue. So this is how the ball has turned out after covering it completely with pearl strings. I've left a little bit of space on the top, so this is where we'll attach a loop to be able to hang the ornament on the tree. Now we'll take a little bit of wire and just fold it in half to sort of create a U shape, and then we'll dot a little bit of glue at the ends of this U shape before sticking it at the top of the ball. And now you can just cover the empty space on top of the ball with some more pearl strings if needed. This is how the ornament will look like once it's complete. It's looking pretty beautiful and elegant. Similar to the previous ornament, you can also glue pearls instead of pearl string to make the ornament. Instead of starting from the center, start gluing the pearls from the top and go downwards until you have covered the entire surface. For this ornament too, you can make a hook using the jewellery wire to make it easy to hang the ornament from the tree. For this ornament, you will need a thermocol ball, a glue gun, a metallic paper. I'm using double-sided metallic paper, but you can also use drawing sheet or crepe paper, and a circle punch. Now cut as many circles as you can from this metallic paper. Now you can start gluing the circles starting from the top of the thermocol ball. Glue each layer of circle underneath the previous layer with the circles overlapping each other. Now I'm taking a string of golden beads and then folding it in half and threading a large golden bead through both the ends. Once that's done, just tie a knot to secure it. Attach this loop on the top of the ornament using a glue gun. This ornament is similar to the previous one. Instead of using paper circles, I'm using plastic mirrors that are square in shape. Start by gluing the mirror on top of the thermocol ball. I glued the first layer by adding the hot glue to the center of the mirror. For other layers, I added the glue on one of the corners. This is how it looks when complete, like a beautiful disco ball. Here I've threaded a silver bead to a folded silver trim which I will attach to the ornament using hot glue. For this ornament, you need a thermocol ball. As you can see, I'm using a very dented one as the dents will get covered once the ornament is ready. The next thing required is a dotting tool to push the fabric into the ball. Take any fancy fabric and cut it into many tiny squares. Now I'm just holding the square pieces and then pushing them into the ball using the dotting tool. You can also use a blunt pencil or ballpoint pen as long as it doesn't poke a hole in the fabric. I'm not using glue, but you can always add a drop of PVA glue before pushing the squares into the ball to make the ornament sturdier. Now cut about 2-3 inches of wire. I'm using jewellery wire and then fold it in half to create a U shape. Now add some glue at the ends of this U shape and then push this U shape into the ornament to secure it. Once done, you can use some jute twine to hang the ornament on the tree. To make this ornament, you need a thermocol or a styrofoam ball. Just ensure that it has a north pole, a south pole, as well as an equator or a center line identified in the ball. Also, keep some fabric on hand. I'm using silver and gold fabric, a glue stick, measuring tape, and an X-Acto knife. Make a dot in the center of the north pole or on top of the ball, as well as a dot in the bottom or the south pole of the ball. Now make a dot anywhere on the equator or the center line of the ball. Now this ball measures 19.8 centimeter and I want to divide this ball in 6 equal sections. So now I'm making marks on the equator after every 3.3 centimeters. Now just join each of these 6 marks with the top and bottom dots. Once done, make a slit on each of these lines using an X-Acto knife. Now cut some gold and silver fabric in the shape of these 6 sections, and because I was using 2 colors, I ended up having 3 silver and 3 gold cutouts. Now apply some glue stick on each of the sections, working on one section at a time, and stick the fabric cutout on top. Once done, start pushing the edges of the cutout into the slits created earlier using a dotting tool or a needle. Repeat the same process for the rest of the sections while alternating the color of the fabric. Now to cover the slits between these sections, apply PVA glue and then attach a ball chain. To give a finishing touch to the ornament, I'm adding a couple of golden sequins into a pearl head pin and then pressing it down at the top of the ornament. Our beautiful Kimekomi ornament is ready. Hope you liked the video. If you like such crafty videos, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.